I'm the president of the African Student Union here at Michigan State.
Yep.
So how has the gym helped you in your spiritual life?
Ooh.
And at the beginning of sophomore year, I came back to MSU. I was like, dang, I really gained a lot of weight. I consciously thought like, okay, I have to go to the gym. But now it's like, okay, like it's like sleeping for me. Like it's natural.
All right. What's up, guys? We're back on another episode of the Lifestyle Diaries podcast. Today, we're joined by another special guest. As you see me, if you watch the first couple episodes, I'm dripped out in these same pants because they're so comfortable. And it's raining outside today, so you gotta stay cozy. But without further ado, who am I with here today?
Hi, everyone. I'm Wanjiru Njonge, and I'm one of Aronor's friends.
Yeah. Another friend on the podcast. Last time I had my roommate. And that's how we're gonna be starting out. I promise. In the future episodes, you guys are gonna get some people who I still know, right? Who are still my friends, but they're not as familiar, so it might be a little bit of a different conversation. But I like to say I know her pretty well, even though still learning more about every single person each and every day. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive right into it. Do you want to give us a quick little snippet of who you are? You already know your name now. Who you are, where you're from, what you even do. Are you a student? Do you work? All of the above? What's going on?
Okay, so I'm Wanjiru. I'm a senior here at Michigan State. I study human biology on a Premed track, and I work I'm a student research assistant. I'm also a server at Olive Garden.
Hold on, slow down. There's way too much there. Hold on. Wait. What year are you?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. Okay, that's crazy. But wait, how old are you though?
I'm 20.
Wait, how is that even possible? What?
See, when you're big brain. Now I'm joking.
Okay.
Well, I just did.
No, she is kind of smart though. Come on, guys.
I just did dual enrollment in high school.
Okay.
So I was able to do a lot of credits before I got to Michigan State.
Yeah.
So I'm a third year student, but senior by credits.
Senior by credits. Okay, cool. And then you said you worked at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you work somewhere else before that?
I work at a research lab as a research assistant.
Okay.
It's the civic infrastructure lab. So we research a lot of politics, a lot of social issues.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah, I've been doing that for a year. And then
Okay.
I just started my second job at Olive Garden 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay, bet. And then, so you're a student studying
Human biology.
human biology on track for,
Pre-med, med school. In
and
Jesus' name.
in Jesus' name. And then you work job. So you're busy.
Bro, I don't sleep.
You don't sleep.
No.
Okay, we can dive into sleep a little bit. That's actually something we should talk about. Wait, and then you're president of a club, right?
I am.
Okay.
So I'm the president of the African Student Union here at Michigan State.
Yeah.
If you don't know ASU, it's basically a club for everyone. We foster Pan-African unity, so you don't have to be African to be in the ASU.
Okay. Shout out to the Caribbean.
Yeah, shout out to anybody who wants to be in it. And yeah, I'm the president of African Student Union.
Okay, bet. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today here on Lifestyle Diaries. I think this is episode 4, if I'm counting correctly now. Yeah, really excited to have you here today. And I guess the first question that I have for you is I guess being a student working on the pre-med track, there's a lot going on. What does a typical day in your life look like? And now I know for me, I've said this before, each day almost is different. And I think that might be just a college student thing as well. But for you, what does a typical day look like? Do you have a routine, or is it kind of random?
So usually my day varies by day, but typically on a day, I go to class in the morning. After class, well, first of all, I usually wake up really, really early. I wake up at 7, 8 a.m. most days, not by choice, but just because my body is just used to waking up early.
Would you consider yourself an early morning person?
I would. I get up in the morning and I'm so productive. I want to knock out some assignments. Then I go to class, and then after class, I have more assignments to do. I usually have a meeting pretty frequently on those days.
Yeah.
And then maybe I have to study for an exam. But for sure, every single day, I make sure to hit the gym. That's one thing that I'm very consistent with.
Every day, Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday?
Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday. So that's 4 days kind of.
Yeah, at least 4 days.
Okay.
The weekends, sometimes I go, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4 days a week at least.
Okay, bet. So you wake up early, and then wait, how do you manage your classes? Like, do you like to get them all out in the morning?
Yeah, so the way my class schedule is like Monday and Wednesday I have class from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So that's just like back-to-back classes. And then after 6, I have like a meeting or I have homework to do.
Yeah.
And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are my free days where I just have one class.
Yeah.
But like I usually fill Tuesdays and Thursdays with like assignments, studying. Maybe I might go to work, other things.
Okay, bet. And like, okay, you're talking about working out as well. I be working out too. And a lot of times we see each other at the gym, like gym bro action or
We
something.
like met at the gym or like we became friends at the gym, I feel like.
Wait, how do we meet? So we met at McDonald's.
We did. And then
Which is like where I lived last year. Wait.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
last year. And then like we met like you and your roommate Gabrielle.
Yeah, who was on the podcast last episode.
Yeah, like I met them last year at McDonald's, but I didn't think I would see them like after the first initial meeting. And then I saw you at the gym and I was like, oh, that's the same guy I just met the other day.
Yeah.
And then it became like a regular thing because I'd see you like every single day. And then we like dap each other up, say hi. And then we became like closer going to the gym, like through the gym. But yeah, like initially I never thought I'd see you again. So I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, no, like that happens so often in college. Like you'll meet someone and it's like, I don't know if I'll ever see you again, but hi, I hope you're doing well. But yeah, no, the gym is like a big like community place. Like especially for me, like when you go at a certain time. So like, I tend to work out at night as well. You like see kind of the same people there, like most of the time. But you like know when like something's off. Like when a new person joins.
No,
like right now, there's so many random.
There's so many randoms, and it's like I know, like there's this one guy I remember from seeing him from last year, right? He's like the only person I know at the gym now because there's so many randoms and new people, and they take up all our machines, and it's like, what are you doing? Like this is my turf.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this is my gym for real. Like, you're just here.
And then they can't even get like the proper workout in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you have to wait for them, and then they take forever, and then it's time to go.
Exactly. No, what do you usually be hitting in the gym?
So I do a bit of everything. So certain days I do, let's say like leg day is Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then like Monday, Tuesday it's like more upper body.
Okay.
Thursday is more of like a free day. So like kind of sometimes whatever I feel like doing on Thursday, I'll do it. But usually what I do on Thursdays is like full body, like arms, back, legs, core, and then cardio. So I just sprinkle in a bit of everything on Thursdays. But yeah, if I go to the gym on weekends, it's more cardio focused.
How did you like come up with that? Like, did you just like research stuff on YouTube or like, what'd you do?
So my workout plan was honestly very messy in the beginning.
As most people's are, to be honest with you.
Like you don't really know what you're doing. You just do like whatever.
Exactly. I wish there was like this is something I'm actually trying to do, guys, by the way, is like create like a class or like some sort of like structured program to like get you started.
Exactly. Because most of the time as a beginner, you don't really know what to do or how to do it properly. So you just think, oh, if I hit the treadmill every single day, I'll reach the body type that I want or like the weight goal that I want. But most of the time you actually need to like actually research the things that you want to get to before you can actually make like proper progress.
Did you set like goals when you started or like you're talking about progress, right? Like progress towards what?
So in the beginning, it was more weight loss. I just wanted to lose weight. And I was doing a lot of like, but the way I was doing it wasn't even proper.
Cardio, only cardio.
It was only cardio, which was working, but like not as effectively as it could have been if I had incorporated other things like diet or other things like, speaking of diet, by the way, I feel like in the beginning for me, it was more so like the mentality I had was if I just eat less, I'll lose weight and I'll be where I want to be.
I mean, in theory, that doesn't sound that bad.
No, in theory it doesn't, but in execution, it was like I was starving myself, like borderline eating disorder. So no, for real, it was still
no.
And it was like, yes, I was losing weight, but I wasn't healthy. Like it wasn't like an effective way to lose weight or a healthy way to lose weight because it's like you're losing weight, but you're also not gaining nutrients or anything that your body
you have to eat like your body needs food.
It needs fuel, yeah. And so it was like, I was losing weight, but then I was also like super tired and fatigued and like because I wasn't eating much, you know, so I wasn't even functioning properly during that time. But like through the
like what did you do to like I guess change that or like what do you do now? Because that's when you just started, right? You talked about that.
Yeah, so like now what I do is sometimes like I just finished a cut like a month and a half ago.
Okay.
So I was like, you know,
solid, cool, yeah.
Cutting back on calories, but now it's like Thanksgiving is coming, so I'm not gonna
Thanksgiving, bro. This is a Thanksgiving episode. This is being filmed near Thanksgiving, guys. Like, get your food right.
Bro, for real, Thanksgiving and Christmas is right after that. Like, how am I
Yes,
supposed
bro.
to cut for real? Like, I gotta eat.
Exactly.
But so like now what I do is I just eat healthier for sure. Like, I don't eat less. I just eat healthier.
Yeah, 1 minute. All right, guys.
We're
It's gonna
back.
be a little choppy. We're back after a little technical interruption.
We had a unwarranted guest.
So as we talked about on the last episode, you guys can go look at. We had a potential gas leak problem, and the maintenance dude just came in, and actually record time too,
Yeah.
because they've never come that fast. But it was kind of an emergency a little bit, because like if that was a thing, that'd be a problem.
You would blow up and die.
We would blow up. I was not the smartest yesterday. I lit a candle to kind of drown out the scent yesterday.
Buddy, it's
So
just a gas leak.
I'm glad we're alive.
You would have ignited the whole of Bircham.
But you know what? We're doing great, guys.
Food is good.
Yes, God is good. You live and you learn. I don't even know what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
I feel like we left off at like,
Oh gosh, this is gonna be kind of choppy. We're definitely talking about the gym.
oh,
Right.
diet.
Diet. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
wait. So yeah,
I
so
was talking about eating and Thanksgiving and
so Thanksgiving is coming up, guys. But like it's so hard to cut during the winter, in my opinion, because you have just holidays. So you have kind of October, so there's just get-togethers. Then you got Thanksgiving, which is like pretty much just food for real. Christmas, which is potentially a bunch of food, and then in between that, you just have like people coming home for the holidays, so people want to eat well.
facts. And then even if you're trying to cut for New Year's, you got New Year's.
New Year's,
And then after that is Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day,
Like it's all these-
Easter.
bro, literally all these holidays. But yeah, like right now I'm not on a cut, but it's just I eat healthier now. I know like healthy food.
What do you be eating though? So like, yeah, what do you be eating?
I like to eat. I like to eat a lot of veggies these days because
Safe answer.
yeah, I like veggies. Like
Okay.
salads and like
Stop.
mixed vegetables and like.
Do you like? Okay, how about this? Do you like broccoli?
I do.
Do you like Brussels sprouts?
No.
Do you like green beans?
Yeah.
Do you like corn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I like to dip a lot of things in ranch, and that's how I like to eat vegetables. So like if I have celery,
Shout out to all the ranch eaters.
sex, atu. So
Atu mayo.
oh yeah, just mayo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like to dip a lot of things in celery or in ranch.
And ranch.
Yeah, and then I also like to eat meat. I'm a huge like meat person. I like chicken, beef, goat.
Like ground protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course other things like rice, and I like yogurt and stuff like that.
What do you think makes like a balanced diet? Because like diet's one of those like things that are like really touchy for some people, especially like it's so individual too, especially when you have preferences, allergies. Like for you, what does a good like meal look like? Let's take breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like what does a good meal for each of those look like? Maybe.
For me, with breakfast, I for sure have to have some kind of caffeine.
Okay.
Whether it's coffee or tea, I gotta eat some caffeine or drink some caffeine.
Yeah.
So usually it's coffee, and then like for breakfast, I don't really eat too much. Like I'll eat a bagel or like cereal,
Okay.
but that's about it for breakfast. And then for lunch, I'll eat like a salad, or I'll eat like just something quick and small. I'll probably have a snack in there, maybe.
Because like you have a lot of things to do too, so it can be hard to like cook a whole meal or like just get a whole meal.
Like usually I'll have like I like to buy like the prepackaged salads already. Like they're already made, like it comes in a bowl, it's already made. You just gotta open it and like just open the ranch or whatever.
Convenient. What that reminds me of something I used to eat when I was younger. They're like microwavable, like what are they called? Microwave dinners?
Lunchables?
Not Lunchables. Wait, what were they? Stop. TV dinners.
Oh, look, it has like a little like pizza that is like a little. I know what you're talking about.
No,
It's like
there's like TV dinners, guys, and there's like different types. There's like healthy ones. There's like just like regular ones.
and you would find them in like the frozen food section at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so that's what I usually eat for lunch, just like something quick and small. Then for dinner, I'll actually eat a lot.
Okay.
Like for dinner, especially like now, like I like to drink protein shake.
Protein shake.
And then on top of the protein shake, I'll eat like an actual meal, like let's say rice and chicken. And then on top of that, I like to have something sweet. I'm a really big like sweets person. So, but these days I've been watching, like the snacks and everything, because that can really quickly add up for really calories.
Calories, like imagine if you just eat snacks, like they're like what's it called, hidden calories. Like you don't think about it.
Yeah, because like if I eat like 2 cookies here, 3 cookies there, it's not that much, because it's like you're doing it here,
like
there,
you think
right?
you're like microdosing it, but it's like the thing like when you add that all up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually I like to, like for me, I like eating apples and caramel. So it's like, you know, something healthy like apples, and then caramel is like the, you know.
The little treat.
Right, a little treat.
Yeah.
Or like I like to eat gum because gum substitutes.
Eat gum. Wait. Eat gum like swallow it or like.
No, like chew it. But
Chew it. Okay. I was like, sure.
open a gum pack.
When you say eat gum, I'm like, wait, what?
That's where all the gum goes.
No, bro.
I swallow it.
Oh my gosh.
Because it for me, it substitutes like the snacks itself. So like instead of eating Oreos, I'll just eat a pack of gum.
Okay, that's solid. I mean, everyone has their thing. No, it kind of reminds me how like everyone has their own like personal, I guess, like health and dietary like things. Like that goes for like everything, but especially like working out and health. Like everyone's so different. Like we have different body types. We have different like probably like fitness goals as well. And so it's important to like know yourself. And like even like with working out, how did you figure out like what workouts work best for you?
For me, it was just trial and error for real, because this is one thing a lot of people don't really realize is that if you like, let's say me and Aronor, we run on the treadmill, right, for 5 minutes.
Yeah, at the end of our workout.
Right, same speed, same incline. You might burn more calories than I do because maybe you have a faster metabolism. So I feel like people need to very much consider their body type when they're trying to work out, because it's like you might think if you do the exact same thing as someone else that you'll look like them, but genetics and your body type and so many other influences definitely have a huge role to play in terms of like the actual results of you working out. So in the beginning it was like, okay, if I do a bunch of cardio.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and
no, like Genesis 1:1. And it's like I tried to do a bunch of different things because I wanted to look like certain people, but it was like it wasn't working out because I'd never really thought about like my genetics, my body type, like just things like the things I eat, my diet, like things like that definitely play a huge role.
And you also mentioned like other people, like there might be some comparison there too. That's a really common thing, like especially nowadays, guys, with social media. Like it's so easy to compare, but it can definitely, it can be cool to get inspired, but it can get toxic really quickly.
Extremely, because like especially with genetics, I feel like that's a really, really big thing for people.
Yeah.
Like not every, like you really, sometimes if you don't have the capacity to look like a certain way,
like that's just not your body.
It's not. And you'll try to like kill yourself trying to look like that, but it's like you actually won't. Like you can never look like that. And so I feel like that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people because they really do try to do all sorts of things to look like a certain way.
Yeah.
But it's like if you don't have the capacity for it, like just to
that's just not gonna happen.
It's just not, you know what I mean?
That's why you should probably focus on what, like being the best version of like of you, yourself. Like who you can be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like I adopted the mentality of like, okay, so this is how I was made, right? This is who I am, and it's like now I just have to like tweak myself and not like. 'Cause I feel like that's a better mentality to have versus like, okay, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds and look like Bella Hadid, like. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's better to be like, okay, this is what I have. This is what I have to work with. And then you go from there versus like trying to just reduce yourself to be a certain person.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it properly.
I mean, one thing I talked about, if you guys want to look back at the previous episodes, like kind of being like who you're called to be. Like specifically like who's like God is calling you to be. So like focusing on you, because you bring something to the world that like no one else can. And like it's really important. Like for example, like Wanjiru, like you and me are like pretty different, right? And like it would be bad if we were trying to be the same person, because it's like we're both like unique for a reason. Like we need to like do different things. There's a lot of collaboration and crossover, right? But like I'm not trying to become a doctor for real, and you're not trying to like start a podcast or something, right? Because like if we're both doing that, then we're just competing, and it's like we both need to, I guess, like tap into who we are so we can kind of come together at the end of the day. This is what I think.
Facts.
And so like on that note is like, I guess I mentioned being a doctor. Do you have any plans, or like, who do you think you're like called to be? Anything like that going on? Like, what are you up to?
Okay, so I definitely feel like I'm called to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Just because before college, that was like my dream, right? It was like, okay, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. And then when I got to college, okay, this is the time to execute that plan. You know, this is the time to.
Did you have a plan coming into college?
I did. I was like, I'm a huge planner, so I had really planned out my entire college career, like junior year of high school.
That's
so
crazy,
I
man.
knew like which classes I needed to take, which major I was gonna pick, like all these different things. But then when I got to college and it was time to actually execute, it's like, okay, I don't want to sit here and just fulfill like the plan that I have for myself, because the plan that I have might not be the plan that God has, right? So I remember when I first started to volunteer at Sparrow Hospital, that was like my first like footstep into healthcare and like the medical field. And I remember I had prayed. I was like, God, like show me a sign if this is the path that I'm supposed to be on.
Yeah.
He did. I'm still here. And then
That's so cool.
No, for real. And it's like I'm really big on like being reassured. So I like it wasn't like a one-time prayer. It was like multiple different prayers and multiple different signs that just further reaffirmed like my dream and like God's plan for me. So here I am today, you know, pursuing med school.
Yeah.
I'm very like passionate about being a doctor. I don't know what type yet. I feel like when I get to med school and when it's like, you know, the time to, because everything happens in due time, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the decision, like when it comes down to like, okay, picking a specialty, that will happen a bit later. But like right now, I'm really interested in orthopedics as well as cardio. So we'll see.
For any like one who's watching, like if you're like want to be on the pre-med track, or maybe you're already a doctor, or like who knows, right? Is there anything you would want to like tell them, like how it's going? Any like advice for someone maybe who's like earlier on the path than you? We talked about like mentors and mentees earlier. Like let's say you're a mentor right now for someone, like what would you tell them? Someone who's entering college.
I would tell them, first of all, don't listen to anybody that tries to put you down, because so often...
And that
like,
applies to more than just this.
Yeah, it really, really does. Because so often you'll tell people, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be a doctor. And they're like, wow, that's so ambitious. Or, wow, that's so hard. That's so many years of school. That's, you know, they insert negativity into your positive dream. And it's like, that can really get to you, because it's like, if you, a lot of times, like, freshman year, the people I started with being pre-meds with are no longer pre-med now. And it's like... Things change.
Okay.
And it's like so many people, like, they insert their negativity into your dream, and then it discourages you. Or like, let's say you take a hard class and you don't do as well as you think you should have. And then you might think, okay, I'll never get into med school if I have a C on my resume. There's people that have gone into med school with classes like that they failed completely, and they're still a doctor. Yeah.
So like staying positive and like pretty much like continuing to push on, right? Those are huge.
Because at the end of the day, like no one is perfect. And I feel like, okay, it's great if you have like, you know, a 4.0 GPA, if you have all the, you know, prereqs that you should have done, like clinical hours, whatever. It's great if you have all that.
Yeah.
But everyone is different. And I feel like what it comes down to is you being able to tell your story and to tell like your reason why you want to go into medicine. And that like, cause like everyone, like for example.
What is your reason?
Wait.
Okay, we'll get to
that. It's like on paper, we're all very similar. Like pre-meds, we all take the same classes.
Yeah.
We all do mostly the same extracurricular activities.
Okay.
Most of us are leaders of clubs, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like paper you versus like, what's the word?
Like
your like internal you, like your personality, your thoughts, your soul, like that's different. Like
the real you versus on the surface.
Exactly.
Who you actually are.
Exactly. And that's what makes you stand out, because it's like on paper we're all very similar, but it's like how you come across to people in real life.
Like even like your personality, just like your tone, like your mentality entering the hospital.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like the story that you tell is your story. No one else has the same story as you.
Yeah.
So it's like we might have all taken biology class, but we don't have the same story, like life story. So it's like,
yeah.
I think at the end of the day, I feel like that's the most important thing that matters when it comes to med school and when it comes to like pursuing your dreams as a doctor. So yeah, just don't give up on it, because I feel like oftentimes there's so many different things that would make you want to give up, or that would encourage you to give up, but don't listen to that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so like staying consistent too, right? Like not giving up, staying consistent. I think those are like kind of the same thing, similar. And like that's a huge thing in the gym as well, is like staying consistent. Like you might not see huge results you're not going to see results probably after the first week. You might feel it. You might feel it.
You might feel it.
Sore. But like you're probably not going to see results until like a month, 2 months, 3 months even, right?
Facts.
Like it's like a long journey. It's a long-term like commitment at that point.
Facts. Because you know there's people in the gym that have been there for years.
Yeah.
And you might think they got that body overnight. No, they've been in the gym for 6-7 years.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like, for sure results come for different, like it manifests itself differently for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's like for some person it might take them like 3 months to get their dream body, but for you it might take 3 years. So it's
I like to say good things take time.
Exactly. And all things happen in due time for real. So it's like, don't give up on the gym just because you didn't see results right away or as fast as you want to.
Yeah. Has being a pre-med or like have your classes influenced anything in your like health and fitness life at all? Or even your lifestyle, I guess? I don't even know. Cause like I'm trying to think. So I'm a marketing major, guys. And besides for thinking about business ideas don't really translate to the gym. Really? But I like to think if I was like a nutrition major or maybe a pre-med major, like you took an anatomy class. Does that even help? Does that help in the gym?
I feel like there's aspects of my classes that do help, like when it comes to understanding like the way your body functions.
Yeah.
So like, for example, how different foods affect your body, or like how different... Oh, like I remember in physiology, one cool thing that we learned was like about muscle fibers.
Okay.
And like
type A, type B. Am I on the right track there?
Kind of. So like more so like fast twitch muscle fibers.
Fast twitch versus slow twitch.
Exactly.
That reminds me because, okay, guys, I used to run track in high school, right? And like, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm talking to a future doctor right now. So she's like the expert. Fast twitch are for like sprinters and slow twitch are like for like long distance.
Yeah.
And like, so for example, like Kenyans.
Yeah.
They be, repping Kenya. They be what, slow twitch, right?
Yeah.
And then like, I'm like half Jamaican, right? So that'd be the Usain Bolt's, that fast twitch muscle, right?
Twitch.
Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly how it works.
Okay.
And that was so cool to learn in physiology because it like connects with the real world.
Yeah.
You know, it shows like if you look at the Olympics, you see all the sprinters being Jamaicans or like West African, like Caribbeans in general, you know, who obviously shared the same genetic DNA as West Africans. And then you see all the marathoners being East Africans, and it's like, why is that?
That goes, yeah, like.
It's like genetics.
And that goes back to what we were talking about, how everyone's like different. And like Usain Bolt is not going to go and try to challenge like probably a normal Kenyan on a long distance run. Like what? Like the standard, it's so interesting. Have you look at your history and like know yourself and your family and your body type? Like, like you're not meant to do everything, but the things you are meant to do them to the best you can.
Facts.
So that's cool.
And I think like one cool lesson I learned from the gym that I feel like translates into like my educational career, like being pre-med, is like the gym taught me how to be very disciplined.
Okay.
And it's like that discipline, like that virtue is like, it basically, like being disciplined in the gym helped me be disciplined in my like career goals and my like college career. Like,
yeah.
And like basically like being consistent in the gym made me consistent with everything else. It was just like, I need to be consistent across the board, not just in one area. So I really liked going to the gym because I feel like going to the gym made me get my life like put together and more on track.
Yeah.
Like made me more organized and made me more like disciplined in just every area.
No, like for me now, like a big thing is discipline. And I was thinking like, okay, if I can't hit the gym consistently, why can I, like, it's almost like I guess like a motivation thing too.
Yeah.
And a motivation thing. And it's like, what's the word? It's like proving to myself that I can do something, which then translates to other things. Like, okay, if I can go to the gym like 5 days a week or whatever, like what else can I do? Like maybe I can film five podcast episodes each week. Right?
Exactly.
So it's like building that consistency. And it's like a transferable mentality and skill. I think that's really cool.
Facts. And it's even like when you think about it, when you plan your day out, it's like you want to go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
But before you go to the gym, because we work out at night. Like around like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So it's like before then we want to get all of our work done.
It's like you're motivated, like, because you know, like after that, like I try to do work. Once you start doing stuff like after 8 p.m. to be honest with you, it's just
it doesn't happen.
It does not happen.
So it's like it makes you focus on getting all your homework done, your meetings, all the things you have to do during the day done. Then you can go to the gym and then come home and rest.
Yeah. No, I be getting the best sleep after the gym, or like almost too good sleep because I don't be waking up.
No, for me, I come back from the gym around like 11. And then because the gym makes me so like awake, like I don't be getting tired. So I'll stay up for like another 2-3 hours. And then
what has your sleep journey been like? Because my sleep journey is kind of down terrible, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like my whole family, we're all night owls. I'm not used to waking up early. Being a college student too, you have some people who are in the gym at 7 a.m. And then you have some people like me and Shido or Wanjiru, sorry. Who are going there at 9 p.m.
Yep.
It's like opposite lives.
Very opposite. And I strive to be like those 7 a.m. gym people.
Yeah.
I tried that one time, but I was like, I can't do this. Because I feel like maybe I'll get there when I'm accomplished in life, you know, when I'm a doctor or something. But like for right now, it's even more convenient to work out at night because
is.
it's like we have so many things to do during the day.
Yeah, and like sometimes I feel this is my mentality too. If there's any morning gym people here, I'm not trying to say my lifestyle is better because it's definitely not. But like if I work out in the morning, I'll get tired after a workout.
Exactly.
And then it's like now I can't even do the other things I need to do for it. It's like, bro, like
I feel like working out at night is just more effective too because you sleep and then your body begins to rebuild itself, repair. Right. Well, I try to sleep.
Yeah.
But like your body begins to repair the muscles you tore in the gym. Not like tearing muscles, but like tearing the muscle fibers.
Yeah.
And then like it's better for your overall like fitness.
Facts.
Because if you sleep right after you work out, then it's like you're actually like your body's beginning to like actively recover.
Because that's a good thing that you just brought up too. Because like you don't actually gain muscle by like working out. Like you're just tearing down the muscle. You actually build that muscle up in the recovery.
Fact.
That's why nutrition and recovery are actually like just as important, if not more important, than working out. Because you're not really building the muscle while working out. You're just allowing it to be built.
Facts.
And I don't know if you know this actually, but I'm starting to get certified as a personal trainer and nutritionist actually. They have like a nutritional like course and like exam I can take to get certified in that. So I'm learning about that a little bit right now. And it's such a big thing, guys. Like lifestyle and just like fitness in general is so like all encompassing. And I think it's so important that everyone like knows about it because no matter who you are, right? You got a body, you got fitness. In some capacity, right? So,
and it's so important to take care of your health too, especially like for me because I want to be a doctor one day. It's like how can I sit here and tell other people to take care of themselves and I'm not taking care of myself?
You gotta lead by example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially when you really like research it, like think like lifestyle diseases like diabetes and like things like that weren't really existing 100+ years ago. But it's only because of like the recent invention of fast food and other things like that.
Technology is like a double-edged sword because now like we could literally just DoorDash food all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like back in the day, you had to like cook for real.
Yeah.
You had to go out and you had to go to the garden outside and pick up the vegetables from there. Like it wasn't like food wasn't processed as much. Food was very much organic back in the day. But now because of all the processing, GMOs, fast food, a lot of diseases like diabetes is very prevalent in people because it's like, well, the food that we have today is just terrible, like compared to 100 years ago.
I'd say you definitely, like there's more options than ever, but you have to be like careful. Like I'm a marketing major, right? And I know the way we be marketing things in the world nowadays is very much like, what can we get you to buy without really worrying about like the health benefits of it? It's a big like money thing. So do your research and like, again, knowing yourself and figuring out what food you need to eat and like what works for you.
Facts.
Yeah.
And like, let me ask you a question.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Mr. Podcast.
Yeah.
So what made you want to start working out?
Oh gosh, what made me want to start working out? I briefly touched on this the other day. But for me, so I played sports growing up like my whole entire life. Started mostly with like soccer, but before I played soccer, actually, I was just like an energetic kid. Like I was just running around the house. My house kind of has like a forest behind it a little bit. So I was just outside.
Grizzly bear,
picking up sticks, throwing sticks. I used to be really big into like, just like outdoors, like doing stuff outside. And I had like these like little dumbbells. This is kind of a little bit of a longer story. I had some dumbbells in my house and I was just like, I didn't really know about working out or anything, but I was just like doing bicep curls. So that's probably why my biceps are like decent size today. Cause I've been working those out since I've been like 7, bro. Like it was just so natural too. It was so weird. But my mom told me like I probably shouldn't like hit weights yet. We can probably debunk this in another video if like lifting weights growing up is good or bad. Because to be honest, there's like mixed opinions and reviews. I still don't know, like for sure. But my take on that was like, or my mom's take on that was like, I should probably just do body weight stuff. But I didn't want to. I still don't like body weight guys. Like there's some things that just like I just didn't want. Like I'm not about to sit here and do pull-ups and push-ups. Like I do them now or planks. I was just like at that time I was just like that's doing too much.
Right.
But that's important to knowing yourself. What do you like and don't like?
Facts.
But boom, I just like for some reason liked working out and liked running around. Playing sports. I played soccer, football, but I really started hitting the gym 8th grade for like football. But I also wanted to impress this girl by being able to dunk a basketball. No, it was kind of crazy. I thought that for some reason if I could dunk a basketball, this girl would like me. It's so weird, like what I was thinking back then. I don't know. Do you think that W is? If you can dunk a basketball?
I feel like if you can dunk a basketball, it would work, but you can't.
Okay. Well,
You don't.
well, no. At the time, I was like, "Yo, because I still thought like, okay, there's actually so much to this." 'Cause I still thought I was gonna grow taller at the time. It was so dumb bad. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get taller, stronger, faster, and be able to dunk." And this girl's gonna like me. And then I don't even know what's gonna happen after that. I didn't even think about after that. But it got me in the gym. That's all that matters. But after that, I was like working after sports. It just made me like, I guess, look better, feel better. But it was just like a important part of my like mental and physical health. And it quickly became just like a part of my lifestyle. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's how I started. And then I was really like bad at working out at first though. Like you, I didn't really like, I had like some like coaches, but they're just doing like anything for real.
Yeah.
Mostly like sports specific exercises, but it wasn't like, I wouldn't really say it's like a lifestyle type of workout. It was more like how strong can you get? It wasn't really like, okay, what is like an actual sustainable like workout plan for me that I actually like and enjoy and something I can modify. Like I had no idea, like I was kind of reliant on them to work out. I didn't really know how to work on myself. And that's something I kind of had to go through some like self-education.
In fact.
And figuring out like what I liked, what I don't like. I still challenge people. I like challenge myself to like do stuff that you don't like because that's where growth happens a lot of time. But it was a lot of self-education, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
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 Okay. What about you? Why did you start working out? I think I already asked you this, right?
Yeah.
Like, when did you start working out?
No, okay. I didn't answer why. I think I answered when.
Okay.
Or I'll just answer both.
Yeah.
So I think for when I started working out seriously was the beginning of last year. So a year ago.
Okay.
And why was because, okay, so like, you know, growing up.
This is a safe space.
Okay, well, okay, so basically it was like, I just, you know how it's like when you compare yourself to others and it's like you think like, okay, I really want to look like this. Like you desire to look a certain way, right?
Yeah.
And so my whole life I've had like those thoughts, but then I never really did much about it. In high school, I was on the cheer team. So that was like,
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
yeah, that was like the peak, like that was like the only physical activity I really did in high school. Not that I was like overweight, like for real or like fat or anything. It was just like, I just didn't like the way I looked and I knew I could look
like
better.
you saw there could have been like improvement somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the cheer team, I did that in high school. And then like after high school ended, like freshman year, I gained a lot of weight because I wasn't active.
No, bro. Okay, that's another thing we should talk about. Like, there's so much food in college.
Bro.
Like, dining halls, like unlimited food, 3 times a day if you have a dining hall plan. You have things called Sparties. Like,
Man, and it's like all
there's so much food here.
Bro, and I lived in Shaw, and what they love to serve there is greasy pizzas and all types of carbs.
Yeah.
And it's like, how was I not to gain weight? And so,
No, I think pretty much everyone gains weight.
no, for real. And like for me, it was so bad because I gained like a significant amount of weight. Like I think I gained like 25 pounds freshman year.
Shoot.
Bro,
With freshman 15 gone crazy.
Bro, freshman 15, like, bro. And then I went home that summer. And then that was the first time I had like a real job over that summer after freshman year. And then I worked at Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
And then at Tim Hortons, it's a bakery, right?
Yeah.
And because
I'm a big bakery person, by the way.
No, I'm a sweet, like I love sweets. I love cake, pie, donuts, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then because I love that stuff, I would eat it a lot. And especially working at Tim Hortons, it's like, well, the food is right there. You just eat it.
Yeah,
And so I
it's
gained more
accessible.
weight. Bro, for real. And then I gained more weight over the summer. And in the beginning of sophomore year, I came back to MSU. I was like, dang, I really gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, that realization sometimes just hits you out of nowhere because, like,
For real.
like even with me, like, I guess, yeah, growing up, like, now I take that stuff a lot more seriously. I'm much more intentional about it, but sometimes it takes, like, yourself, like, looking in the mirror. Hopefully it's not someone else saying it. Hopefully
Right.
it's not you. Because that's another thing, too, is, like, you gotta, like, love yourself to a certain extent, like, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people think. It matters what you think.
Facts.
But it is important for you to, like, be confident in like who you are, right? And part of that, I guess, is taking care of your health and fitness.
Facts.
Yeah.
And it was like, I remember like the beginning of sophomore year, like clothes I used to wear freshman year didn't fit anymore. And that's when I realized like, oh, like I actually really gained a lot of weight. And then I was unhappy. Like I didn't like the way I looked.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, let me do something about it. So
Yeah.
I went to the gym and I started like, you know, here and there. And then I got serious with it because it was like, if I have these thoughts, let's take some action. You know, so let's really stay consistent with it.
A woman of action.
Facts. And then it was nice because I had you in the gym, so I wasn't like alone for real.
Yeah.
I feel like working out with people is like more enjoyable. It's more better.
No, community, like having a gym community is so cool, guys. That's actually something like we're trying to do here. Like if you guys are in the gym or want to get in the gym, like I don't know if there's comments on here. If you're watching us on YouTube, leave a comment down below. But like what do you guys like? What's your split? Like that's the question I'll ask. But having a gym community is so cool.
Yeah, because it's like working out alone can be very depressing and also confusing.
Like isolating.
Yeah.
But also sometimes it's nice to work out alone. Like if you just want to like
really focus.
Really focus. I was gonna say like self-isolate. Maybe that's not the best. But sometimes you just want to like be in there and like, okay, I'm just trying to work out by myself. But it can also be nice to have other people too.
It can.
Yeah.
And I feel like for a lot of people, being in the gym like really does affect like your mental health in like a positive way. At least for me, it did. Like going to the gym like did help my mental health, like my mental and physical health. So I'm really grateful for going to the gym, and like now it's a part of my life for real. So now it's like like in the beginning it was kind of like I consciously thought like, okay, I have to go to the gym, but now it's like, okay, like it's a part. It's like sleeping for me. Like it's natural. Like I just go.
Yeah, and like it feels, at least for me, it feels weird if I don't go.
Facts, because like if I don't do it, like
it's like something's off. Like,
right, like my day is not right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are not right, tell me why it's so cold in Michigan.
My fingers, I'm literally like
it's raining today. It's literally so down terrible.
Bro, and it's like yesterday was warm, and then now it's cold, and some of us have anemia, and it's like, how do we live like this?
Not anemia. No, you just reminded me how like some people have like allergies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have any allergies?
I don't have allergies. I just get like stuffy noses and stuff, but
yeah.
I'm not like allergic to anything.
Yeah. No, bro, guys, allergies, I want to have a whole episode on allergies now that I think about it. Because allergies are crazy. Like, imagine you're allergic to, like, bro, like, so I love eggs, guys. Sorry, this is a random side tangent. I love eggs. But if I was allergic to eggs, like especially being allergic to something, like getting allergic after you already eat something. Like, you know, like getting allergic, like, later in life.
Bro, or
like in the future.
No, or what's terrible is, like, if you never knew you were allergic to something, and then you eat it for the first time, and then you nearly die.
No, like
that's exactly how people find out they're allergic.
Because I've actually, like, have you taken an allergy test before?
No.
Like, me either. So I actually don't, like, no, that's actually crazy.
We could have allergies.
I could have allergies, I just don't know.
And then we eat something and then we die.
No. Okay, everyone get tested for allergies. Just so you don't die, please.
No, for real, because I'm like, why is my throat closing?
No.
Why can't I breathe?
Or just have a friend who's a doctor who could.
What if the doctor is like dying too?
No, okay. Y'all both gotta be doctors to save each other.
You help each other out.
Yeah. So I was talking about the future a little bit, like imagine an allergy in the future. What about for you? Any future plans? Now I'm a big advocate on like not saying what you're gonna do as much as doing it. Sometimes those can happen simultaneously. Do you have anything you would like want to share about your future? Obviously, okay, so becoming a doctor. At that point, that's like set in stone. Like I know you're gonna be a doctor.
In Jesus' name.
Yeah.
I think, okay, let's see. What future plans for real?
I don't even know, like, what? You have, like, Thanksgiving plans, Christmas plans. There could be, like, 5 years in the future.
Okay. Well, okay, so next winter break, so next December, I plan on going to Kenya.
Yeah. You're Kenyan, right?
Nah. I'm, like, Polish.
Polish? Wait, are you talking about meat?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
But, yeah, no, I plan on going to Kenya. I was looking at plane tickets yesterday, and they're really cheap right now.
Really? I thought you were going to say expensive.
No, because you see, if you buy them in advance, they're cheap. So, like, right now, they're, like, $800.
Okay.
So, I just got to save up, like, $800.
Yeah.
Then I'll go to Kenya.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Nairobi or where?
Nairobi, yeah. So, I live, like, most of my family lives in Nairobi and, like, Kiambu, which is right outside of Nairobi. Okay. So, think of, like, Lansing and Haslett. Like, it's right next to each other. Or Lansing and where? Lansing and...
Alchemist?
Oh, right.
Alchemist.
So it's very next to each other. And then, so that's what that's the area that I stay in for real.
Yeah.
But I'm going to travel to the coast. You know, I have to go be a beach girl, you know.
Beach girl?
Yeah, hot girl summer, like, on the coast of Kenya.
No, you just reminded me because, like where the coast of Michigan? Where's the coast of Michigan? And my question with that is, like it's got to be different over in Kenya than here, right?
For sure, because I feel like Michigan's coast is like
we got the Great Lakes, kind of, right, guys?
Right, like that's our coast. Like it's not like an actual ocean. It's like lakes.
Yeah.
And then it's not even like there's a beach there. It's just kind of like grass, and then there's water. At least over at like Lake Huron and like Lake Erie. I've never been to any other lake though.
Wait, really? You never been to Lake Superior?
No.
That's like way really Lake Michigan?
No, that's like way up north,
what?
isn't it?
Lake Michigan's like to the left of us.
Oh wait, never mind. I've been to Michigan.
Yeah, Lake Michigan's like.
Wait, Holmes. Huron?
Yeah, wait, hold on. This is a little geography test.
Yeah, that's like the Michigan.
We got Erie.
Wait, Holmes, that's like Huron.
Oh, that's what you remember, Holmes, Ontario. So Huron, Ontario,
Michigan.
Erie, Superior. Why have I never heard that, guys? What?
You've never heard that?
Holmes?
Bro, that's what they taught us in elementary school. They
Oh,
were
shoot.
like, Holmes.
I just be listing them off. What? No, shout out Michigan. We got all the Great Lakes, all the fresh water.
Yeah. But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So how has the gym helped you in your spiritual life?
Ooh,
Like with
my
God.
spiritual life?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's a good question. Because, like, as of recently, I've been really, like, trying to tap into that. So there's a Bible verse, like, humble yourself before the Lord, and he will exalt you at the right time. There's actually a bunch of, like, deviations of that, too, like, other places in the Bible. Like, humble yourself before the Lord, and he will exalt you. But one thing I've been trying to do is just, like, the gym is a humbling experience, guys. Especially if you're trying to, like, really challenge yourself. Like, yeah, like, we're all, like, strong to a certain extent. But try lifting weight you've never lifted before and see how that goes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's one thing I've been trying to do. And it really helps me, at least while in the gym, sometimes, especially if I'm by myself, I'm, like, listening to, like, I've been listening to a lot of, like, Christian music recently, which actually has been, like, really, I think it's brought me closer to God. I really like it. But also it just allows you to, like, think, and I guess you can really, like, spend time with God at the gym if you want.
Really?
Like, you can just, like, talk to God the whole time.
Really?
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll kind of, at least I've gone in between, I've actually never said this, I've gone in between the state of, like, being zoned in and zoned out, while also just thinking. It's really interesting. So how it affects my spiritual life, I would say, not only does it help me build the habit of, like, consistency and all that stuff, just, like, tapping in with God and all that, but also just, like, I guess just trying to get closer to God. Like, I don't know, I'll just be thinking, like, I don't know how to describe that, guys. You know what I mean, though?
I know what you mean. I feel like I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah. What about you?
Let's see. Okay.
You asked me that question. I've never thought about that.
No, for real. I just thought about it. Okay, so for me, so we know in the Bible it says your body is a temple of Christ.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Right.
Keep on this. Yes.
So knowing that, it's like I want the temple to look as good as possible.
Facts.
And to be as good as possible, right?
Yes.
And it's like if I know I can reach a certain level, like I know I have the potential. Like being in the gym just makes me better and better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's how I grow closer to God, because it's like and especially because we're made in his image. And like if you're in the gym for the right reasons, and it's like you're getting closer to God, like,
Yeah.
because you're his image as well as he lives within you. Like your body is his temple.
Uh-huh.
So it's like the temple of the Holy Spirit. So it's like that's how I grow closer to God, because I feel like, he's like proud of me for improving what he made.
You just remind me of something. Thank you so much for bringing this up too, because yesterday when we were in the gym, we're filming this on a Tuesday, so like yesterday being Monday, I was listening to this Christian podcast about like talents and multiplying your talents.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot where it is in the Bible, but essentially like God gives us all like talents or like things that
like special gifts.
like, yeah, special gifts, like blessings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like each person has like different ones too, so it's kind of cool. Like we're all unique, right?
Facts.
But like God doesn't want us to like waste that. You know what I mean? And like by going to the gym, you can actually glorify God because you're like using what God has given you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then taking that either like from like a non like religious view is like, why wouldn't you want to like look better and feel better? It's just a whole like health thing, but also a spiritual thing as well, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And like that combination, I really like that actually.
Combination.
And
And then it's like, for me, I also think of it like, this is just personal for me.
yeah,
But it's like, when I get married one day,
I can get married. Okay.
if I, like, for me, I'm the type of person that, like, I'm building myself up because I know one day I'm going to be successful and I'm going to be, like, a good wife one day in Jesus' name. So it's like, if I want to be a good wife, I have to start now, and you have to start, like, working towards that. And
that's kind of that's what I talked about earlier. Like, good things take time. Like, if you start now, like, by the time those things happen.
Exactly.
And also I mentioned, like, humble yourself before the Lord and he will exalt you at the right time. Like, at the right time. But that doesn't mean, like, you start then at the right time. That means you start now, and then at the right time, things will happen.
Exactly, because now is when God works like he works in you.
And it's also
So
like planting a seed. Like
exactly.
you start now, and then that seed will grow. Like as you water that seed, like it'll grow over time.
That's what I'm saying, for real. Word, metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like it doesn't happen overnight. You don't just wake up one day and you're the perfect wife. Like you have to like you
Or
work your.
You
way
don't wake up
there.
one day and have the perfect body either.
Exactly.
Perfection is not even real either. So like,
and it's like if you're working out and it's like only your husband will get to see the results. Yeah.
Okay, I see you. Yeah. No, that's really cool. So guys, like having a long-term mindset's really cool, but also living in the moment too. Like you wanna, like, tomorrow doesn't exist, guys. Like live in the moment. Like tomorrow exists. It's a tricky slope. Like thinking about now and the future, because if you live in the future, then you won't live in now.
Facts.
But also you want to like plan for the long term. Like how do you do that? How do you stay in the moment while also thinking about the future?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I think it's definitely been a challenging in the past, because in the past I was so future minded that I was not living in the moment. Like specifically in high school, I was very, very academic in high school. Like if you thought I was like, bro,
like taking like AP classes,
bro, I was like the definition of a nerd in high school.
Sure, okay.
And I was living in the future. Like I have to get into a good college. I have to get scholarships. I have to do this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
And in high school, I didn't really enjoy the social aspect of high school because I was only focused on like the academic part, which was like towards the future part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but now in college, it's like I do like have a very good balance between my social life and of course like my academic life. And I feel like my academic life applies to my future life because it's like obviously your academics help you get into med school, which will help you become a doctor one day. But then the social life, that's happening now. So like events, you know, hang out with friends, being in clubs, that's like the now.
Like things like Friendsgiving, all that stuff.
Exactly. And so that's how, like now it's like, not that I do a crazy amount of social things on a daily basis, but it's like I do like to incorporate some social aspect. Like right now, like I wouldn't be doing this in high school, bro. If you had to do this in high school, I would have been like, no.
Oh, yeah, actually?
Yeah.
That's so cool how you've like evolved in like over time. And,
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Like, you know how your sister is? I'm very much like her. Like
Really?
your sister reminds me of me when I was younger.
Okay.
Like, very academic, like studious.
Yeah, so my sister, she's pre-med as well. And she's in this program called Lyman Briggs, which is really like, it's really hard from what I've heard.
Yeah, that's the
And she'd be
college.
studying all day. And so like to be a doctor, like I guess you kind of have to do that to a certain extent. Like, do you have any like tips or advice for managing all that?
Yeah, because it's like you don't want to do too much of one thing and then neglect the other thing. So I feel like it's all about, first of all, trial and error is such a huge learning experience. Like doing things and then realizing, okay, that was a mistake, I shouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
Is like the biggest lesson for me. Like don't like do crazy things, obviously, but like try new things.
Okay.
And if it works for you, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I feel like real advice that I have is like, you don't want to look back on college and regret not having any fun and not having made any good memories, because if your only memories of college are just books and the library and exams, and I feel like you didn't have a good college experience.
It's like if you come here with only a degree and you didn't change at all as a person or like make some friends, it's like, in my opinion, you didn't come to college for what you should have.
Yeah. Because it's like you should leave college like enriched in every aspect, like
I like that.
mature, like your personality has grown, you've grown as a person, of course you've grown with a degree, of course, like but it's like you want to grow in every aspect and not just one,
spiritually, mentally, physically,
emotionally, everything.
I like
so it's
that.
like you want to have at least some sort of like fun here and there. Obviously it depends like who you are as a person and how you view that, but don't just come here and only focus on books, because, you know, go out once in a while, something.
Yeah.
Have fun once in a while, you know?
Yeah, treat yourself a little bit.
Treat yourself once a month even.
Once a month.
Once a semester.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So with the podcast coming to a close here, I have a couple last questions for you. One thing is like, where do you see yourself in like a few years? Maybe like 5 years. Will you be in med school?
In Jesus' name, I will be.
Okay, cool,
5
cool.
years from now.
Is that residency or is that med school? Or like it's maybe in between.
You know, if all goes according to God's plan.
Yeah.
And my plan.
Yeah.
A combination of both our plans.
Okay.
Then
your plan is God's plan.
Exactly. Hopefully, in Jesus' name. Then I should be a senior or a 4th-year med student.
4th-year med student. Okay,
I should be my last year of med school.
Yeah.
But I'll just
I'll
be in med school at,
And right now you're planting the seed for that. Like you're doing stuff now to work towards that.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people sometimes they have a very laid back,
mentality.
Okay. Like some people they're like, oh, it's in God's hands. Yes, it is, but you also have to do some work.
The thing I like this. I read this in like an entrepreneurship article one time is like, be patient with results, but impatient with action.
Facts. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Because you can't just sit back and not do anything that relates to your future. Like you have to do something.
It's like you're here for a reason.
Exactly. You're not just here to like waste the opportunity.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yes, it is in God's hand for sure, but like you also have to like study for exams or do extracurriculars or whatever. You have to work towards it.
Yeah, you have to live out your mission.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then last thing, theoretically, if you're on a podcast in front of millions of people, or just the world, or just one or two people, what would you like to tell them? Like, is there any last things you'd like to say? This can really open-ended. It could be anything. It can be about health, fitness, pre-med, doctor, being African, being a college student, being in Michigan, all the above.
Wow. This is a tough question. This is the hardest question I've ever had.
Hardest question. I would tell you guys, like, definitely, well, first of all, follow the podcast on all platforms. You can check out my website. Subscribe. If you need help with anything fitness, we're getting that going, so you can check out my website. But in seriousness, like, I'd say if you want to do something, just start it and kind of see where it goes. That's a big thing we're doing on the podcast. This is episode 4. And I'm really excited for a lot more episodes after this. So stay tuned for that. If you want to do something, just start it and see where it goes.
Yeah. And on that note, my thing is, for all the religious people out there, even if you're not religious, I feel like just like tap in with God and like just really listen for his calling, because he has a purpose for everyone. But I feel like sometimes people just don't realize it, or they don't they're just not tapped in for real. So just follow God, like follow Jesus.
Yeah.
Tap in with him.
Period. Amen.
It's cool.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Lifestyle Diaries with Aronor and more. Today's special guest, Wanjiru.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all next time. Do you want to say anything as we're leaving?
Bye.
Bye.